Hey guys, the purpose of this video is to give you some tips and tricks for creating your facilitation materials. So I'm going to minimize the screen and we're going to look at a variety of resources that you might want to use. Please know that you are not limited to what I am going to share in this presentation. If you are comfortable with other software, please use it. I encourage creativity in the selection of materials that you bring together, especially the real world materials. So let's minimize and just dive in, and let me give you a few tips. So the first tip is to know that I have created for you a PowerPoint template if you want to use it for putting together your presentation. And the way you can find that template is you go into Resources, and within the Resource tab, you can go right here to Article Presentation Template. We're just going to do this together, and we are going to download the presentation template. If you open up the presentation template, you will see that it walks you through step-by-step instructions on how to use it. So you can see, for example, you begin by just entering the title of your presentation. Make sure that you enter in your group number and week. That's going to be really important because I've got the class split into separate groups, and everyone's going to need to be able to know which presentation they should be viewing from week to week. And then you can see you can just fill in. You go through the citations, what's the main intent of the authors, etc., etc. And then if you come a little bit further down, there is a space down here for discussion questions that you want to ask about it. So the template is there for your use. I used the template in week 1 for the Gonzalez 2017 article. So if you want to see the template being used to get a better sense of how to use it, go there and look and see what I did. Did a little bit of modeling for you. All right, so let's go and then look at the next resource to help you out. So everyone is going to be asked to sign up to be a facilitator. Within Canvas, if you go into the Canvas page and you go to the discussion board, within the discussion board, there is a discussion called Facilitator Sign Up. And you will see that I replicated the PowerPoint that I just showed you a moment ago with the discussion board sign up. Basically, this first week, I am facilitating the discussion. However, beginning next week, someone in your group will be expected to facilitate. Each week, there will be a member of your group who facilitates the discussion. You're going to rotate that job. And the way you'll decide what topics are available to you is you'll look at the previous week. So let's say that I am facilitating week 4, and in week 3, Sierra was in my group and she chose to do a presentation on the mental health of bisexually identified persons, right? Then my choices for week 4 would be to look at another health behavior or health topic other than mental health, and preferably focusing on a different SGM population other than bisexual persons. So it's just taking a different lens. And that way we are getting a little bit more variety. What I'm going to ask you to do in week 1 is to go into the discussion group and select your date and topic. It is first come, first served by members of your group. So if you notice that someone took week 4 and you really, really want week 4, it is up to y'all to negotiate who ultimately takes each week. Once you have your schedule set, please, if someone in your group would take the initiative to take the final schedule and email it to me so that I have it, and then I will post it more than likely under assignments. That way everyone can find it easily. But just go ahead and make sure that happens. Okay, so the next thing, I'm going to pull up my PowerPoint and we're going to talk about how to prepare your presentation. So there's a few steps that I recommend. The first step is to select an article by going to the TMC library and surfing the databases. If you're new to the school and you have not yet used the library, it's pretty simple. So this is what the library homepage looks like. They had this quick search feature if you want to use it. But you can also just jump into PubMed. If you jump into PubMed, it's helpful to do the advanced search, in my opinion. I prefer to use the advanced search function. And then you can just type in. So let's say that you wanted to type in gay men, and you wanted to put in substance use, right? Search. And then here are articles on gay men and substance use. And then you can go over here and select the last 5 years, which is where we want to frame our practice. And then you could even go in and select full text. And now you've kind of narrowed your search so that you have full text articles within the last 5 years on gay men and substance use. And you can begin scrolling through and selecting the one that interests you. And once you find one that interests you, then you can download the full text PDF and send that to me, and then use it for your presentation. All right, so that's how you use the library. In terms of thinking about how to use your presentation, I already told you that we have the PowerPoint template, which you are welcome to use. You can also use other tools. I like to use Screencast-O-Matic. That's actually what I'm using right now. Screencast-O-Matic, just to show it to you. It is free up to a 15-minute video, and then you have to pay for it. And so just keep your presentation short, and that shouldn't be a problem for you. But you can just log into it and create a video. So there you go, start recording for free right there. And so if you do record a video in Screencast-O-Matic, or if you use any other software, please make sure that you upload your final video to YouTube and send me the YouTube video link. We are going to be doing our entire class discussion in VoiceThread, and VoiceThread, I've been playing with it. It seems like YouTube is the best format to get video links to work. So if you, I haven't tried Venmo, is it called Venmo? That feels wrong. Whatever the one that starts with the V is, clearly I don't use it very much. But if you are using another software to build your video, then please convert it to YouTube and send it to me. We should be good to go. You'll need to then develop a discussion question about your article, and then you're going to need to find a real-world example. The real-world example, you guys, can be anything. So this week in week 1 for the Gonzalez article, I found a BBC news segment video and uploaded that. Again, it was a YouTube video, and I uploaded it for our discussion. But you can use anything. You can use videos, you can use poetry, you can use news articles, you can use literary works, you could use pop culture news stories that you're seeing. If you see something in Outsmart magazine, whatever, you can be creative as long as it relates to your topic area and your population for the week. Right? So get creative, use whatever you would like to use as a source. The whole concept is to find something in the real world that links back to what we're reading in academia, just to expand upon the conversation and see what it looks like. So you'll also need to develop a question about your real world example, and then you're going to need to email all your final materials to me no later than Sunday. And that way I have Sunday evening and more realistically, probably Monday morning to upload everything so that the class can begin going into the discussion board and the modules and looking at the materials Monday evening if they would like. You'll begin facilitating Monday evening. The week that you facilitate, you do not have to do the 5 discussion board post necessarily because you're the facilitator, though you'll still be doing 5 posts. You'll just be not doing original posts. You'll be responding to your classmates and facilitating the conversation. So you'll still get your minimum of 5 posts. It's just instead of original posts, they're all going to be replies that week. And then most importantly, enjoy yourself, right? I'm excited about this VoiceThread format, so I hope you enjoy it too. If you are struggling with ideas and research topics or populations, this is a great resource for you. It is not the only resource, but it's one that you might find helpful. And I put a link to this. If you go to our Canvas page again, I put a link to that under resources. So if you go to modules and then you click on the, where is it? Sorry. SGM Health Research Listening Session Summary document, you can download a copy of this document. And just to give you a sense of why it is useful, if you scroll down into it, you will see that there are, by different topic areas, specific bullets that at least NIH and researchers who are working with NIH thought were important to explore in more depth. If you want to learn more about the listening session that generated this list, you can go to this link and go right here to either listen to it or to read the full transcript. But the summary document I posted up there for you. A couple of more things to make you aware of. This class relies very heavily right now on audio recordings. We need to be sensitive to the fact that there might be people who have a hard time with audio communication. And so if that is you, if you are someone in our class who is struggling to hear videos, I need to know that immediately so that I can adjust the format of the course if necessary. The school is working to figure out how we can get closed captioning within VoiceThread. VoiceThread does have that capability, but unfortunately, it's not an option yet within the package that the school purchased. And so there's obviously changing the purchase requirements is not going to be an easy task. So I don't know how quickly that's going to happen. So if VoiceThread ends up not being a useful tool due to closed captioning, or the limited ability of closed captioning, we'll make adjustments to the course. So I need to know that immediately. Otherwise, we will move forward with this VoiceThread because I wanted to experiment and see how it worked. I think everyone's going to enjoy it a lot better than just Canvas post, but we'll find out. All right, a few other things. We want to be sensitive to people who have color blindness, and so when developing your PowerPoints, avoid these color combinations to the best of your ability, and that should be useful for people as well. And then lastly, just know that with every presentation, you're going to be putting forward 2 discussion questions. I'm going to put forward this third question, which is, what did you find intriguing? Which is essentially a space for people to talk about whatever they want to talk about, regardless of the topic. Whatever they want to talk about, is regardless of whether or not it relates to your 2 discussion questions, they still have to stay on topic. So if the topic is breast cancer among bisexual women, then we still want to stay in the world of breast cancer with bisexual women and not start talking about testicular cancer or heart disease or something different, right? You want to stay still within the topic area, but you're not limited to the questions posed by the facilitator. Okay, I hope that these tips are useful to you. If you have any questions or challenges as you are going forward making your presentation, please reach out to me and I will do my best to support you. Thanks, guys. Take care.